And we are back. Welcome to my final prediction video of the Euros for this summer, which is, of course, my prediction for the final. And firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you, as always, to all the incredible support we have had on this series over the course of the last month. And another massive thank you to all of the new subscribers. We've managed to go from just over 2,000 to now over 2,300 subscribers off the back of this tournament. So a massive thank you for all the support you've shown on this series and on the Copa America series. And while we're talking about subscribers, another quick reminder that we are just now 12 subscribers away from 1,000 over on the SO99 gaming channel, where we still post a whole host of football content. At the moment, we're doing a lot of Football Manager content. And I also think that for next season, I'm going to be doing my FPL, my Fantasy Premier League videos over on the gaming channel, because of course, fantasy football is a game. So I think that's where the fantasy football content is going to be next year. So make sure you're subscribed to the gaming channel so you want to see more fantasy football content from me. But as for today, of course, we're here to talk about the final of the Euros. So before we get into it, if you haven't done so already, please do consider dropping a like on this video. And of course, if you haven't already done so, please do subscribe to this channel as well, because we will have yet another final prediction video for you coming this afternoon. That being, of course, the Copa America final between Argentina and Colombia. So without any further ado, let's get into it. A massive, massive game. One of the biggest games, arguably the biggest game of my life so far. It is the Euro final between Spain and England. And as always with predictions like this, as a massive England fan, as you know, I always say about it on this series, I'm country before club. That's why I say this is the biggest game of my life so far. It was the game 3 years ago until, of course, we lost. Then it went back to being the 2008 Champions League final. But as things stand right now, this is the most important game of my life so far. And it is a huge opportunity for England with the quality that we've got to go up against a Spain team that has been a team. It's always the best way to look at these things. Individually, I wouldn't say Spain are as good as England, but as a collective, so far, Spain have by far been the best team in this tournament. But the question you've got to ask yourself, and is always the thing with major tournaments, who should be considered the favourites for the final? The team that has played consistently good throughout, or the side that has got better and better and better every single round, whilst their opposition has been getting better and better and better? The credit obviously has to go to Spain because they've seen off Germany and France along their way. Whereas England have just, like I say, progressively played tougher opposition in every round of the knockout stages. And in every round of the knockout stages have produced a better performance each time. It's as if they've risen to the occasion. So now you look at them coming up against Spain today, and you think if they can go that one level up again, which obviously with the players we've got available to us, we're more than capable of doing, then my expectation is that England should be winning this game. However, obviously I have to try and be impartial on this series because I want to give the best possible information I can to the people watching. And I would say if you are here for the gambling perspective and you want to know who I genuinely think will win the match, Spain are the safe option. They've been fantastic in this tournament. Like I said, their players have been brilliant. They're going to have people back from injury and suspension for this final as well. And they have to be considered the favourite. So if you want to play it safe, by all means go for Spain. But England are definitely going to have a say in this final. I'd be incredibly shocked, but also massively disappointed if we don't put up some sort of resistance in this game. Now, obviously, we know Gareth Southgate's tactics are most likely going to be, once again, sitting back and counter-attacking. It looks like it's still going to be Trippier that starts at left-back ahead of Shaw, which I think is absolutely baffling to an extent because of how we want to progress going forward. But actually, when you think about it, Lamine Yamal on that left-hand side is going to want to be constantly coming in on his left foot. So it doesn't actually strike me as too much of a shock that we're going to play Trippier at right back, because every time Yamal comes in, Trippier is going to be on his more comfortable defending side. So not too concerned about that. But my worry is that we end up going too deep because of how strong Spain are on the ball. My actual prediction, because we are now nearly 5 minutes in, is a 1-1 draw. My worry is that Spain score first. I think if Spain do score first, we saw it against France, they've got the capability of, when they're ahead, making it near impossible to concede. The plus side is, though, is obviously when England have conceded so far in this tournament, that is when we've actually been at our best and pushed on and created the chances and got the equalising goals, and in some cases got the go-ahead goals as well. If England score first, we know what's going to happen, and we are going to sit back, be defensive, and try and hold on to the lead that we have, as we have done in all of our major competition failures under Gareth Southgate. See Croatia, see Italy, see whatever. Every time we get to a good opportunity with Gareth Southgate in charge, we've taken the lead, sat back on that lead, and ended up losing. So that's why it's a bit of a worry whatever happens. If Spain score first, we're going to struggle to score. If we score first, we're going to invite so much pressure that we're more than likely going to concede. So that's why I'm going for a 1-1 draw. And I wouldn't know. If it goes to penalties, England will win. I'll be shocked if it goes to penalties and England don't win. I thoroughly believe with the quality of penalty takers and Jordan Pickford in goal, if it goes to penalties, England will win. And I think that's also what Gareth Southgate thinks as well. The final thing I'll say about it is I actually watched the 1966 World Cup final yesterday. They were showing the full match live yesterday on TV, and I watched it. It was a very interesting watch because of all of the parallels that can be drawn with this game. Most notably, or two things most notably, obviously the choice of dropping top goal scorer and best striker in the country, Martin Peters, for Geoff Hurst, who ended up scoring a hat-trick. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, Harry Kane, Ollie Watkins. Secondly, England scored with 10 minutes to go in that game and then sat back. And when I say sat back, people moan about Gareth Southgate and how he defends. Kid you not, when we scored against Germany with 10 minutes left, there was a line of defenders basically on the 6-yard line and a line of defenders on the 18-yard line, and Gordon Banks sat on his goal line. We sat that deep, like way deeper than even Gareth Southgate sits. And what happens? We sat deep, we invited pressure, and with literally the last kick of the game, Germany equalised to force extra time. Thankfully, obviously, the Geoff Hurst crossbar goal and etc. in extra time, and we ended up winning anyway. But just interesting that the way we've approached this tournament, and obviously the Kane-Watkins situation, a lot of parallels to 1966. And hopefully we're going to see a similar result to 1966 today. I thoroughly believe, and like I say, I still expect England to win this game. But I'm a realist. I think Spain should be considered the favourites, which is why my actual prediction is to go somewhere bang in the middle, which is a 1-1 draw. And I think penalties with England coming out on top. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And don't forget to check out my new posts that I'm doing on the community pages on this channel, where you can have your actual say on how you think this game is going to finish up. All 6 options will be available for you to vote on. Link to that will be available in the top corner of your screen. Thank you very much for watching this series. One more prediction video for you to go this afternoon, and then we'll have a whole wrap-up of fantasy football and predictions and whatever over the course of the next few days, team of the tournament, all that usual stuff, before we then start talking about the Premier League once again, with all of the Manchester United pre-season reactions, etc., and fantasy football build-up, like I said, over on the gaming channel. So thank you very much for watching once again. I'll see you this afternoon for the Copa America final prediction.